home half of the fourth inning, and the Saguaros are going to look to get some things going, trailing 2-0 against the Glendale Desert Dogs. Alongside CT Cam Thomas, my name is Sedric Granger. We've got Jack Caglione getting started against a new pitcher. Try to welcome him to the game, but that's a ground ball right over to McLean. Throws it over to first base. And the first thing that happened to Caglione today was a ground out to second base, and it happens again here in the fourth.
But boy, did he have a big day yesterday. I know we had an opportunity to see some of his games and matchups, and had a nice little double in the bottom of the seventh yesterday. And, you know, the Royals are really, really high on Jack, and he's got a big career ahead of him if he just continues to work.
Certainly has. A player that did well adjusting to the shift yesterday. There's a first pitch fastball there to Colin Price. New pitcher is Eric Adler, 6'2" righty from Melbourne, Florida, and finished off his season with the AA Birmingham Barons. You're going to hear that a lot. And got to stay a little bit close to his college, as he did attend Wake Forest University in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And then, lo and behold, he got to play for the minor league team, the Winston-Salem Dash, within the Chicago White Sox organization at one point. So had to have been a cool moment for him. Of course, Wake Forest, one of the better programs in the country. He's competed in the College World Series in recent years. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 away, bases clear, 2-0 lead in the pitch. And that ball lofted over towards the right side, a diving attempt, and it's not brought in by Church. Almost had a chance to bring that one in, but just missed it by a hair. And that's a base hit for Colin Price.
Well, the tough thing for an outfielder there is with 1 out, you're kind of playing in between defense, right? Like, your first step is always back as an outfielder, but doesn't look like Church is wearing glasses out there in right fielder. Looks like he may be readjusting them, but nonetheless, that's a tough play to make because you've got to either go all out or you've got to play in between and just let it bounce, and Church didn't make the decision earlier enough.
So this brings us to Tolentino. Left-handed batter from Mission Viejo, California. 1 away. Take a first pitch for a called ball. And Tolentino, of course, finished the year in Akron, but also had stops in Lake County in past years. Bat 260 with Lake County, then 207 in AA back in 2023. And then in 2024, able to improve that average up to 241. And then also improve his slugging percentage and on-base percentage, which showcases how players, if you get that extra seasoning, extra time in AA, they can pay dividends, and you can see that grow from year to year. Time he takes a slider inside for a ball, 3 balls and no strikes. So far we've seen the 4-seam fastball, the changeup, and the slider here from Eric Adler. Let's see what he draws up on 3-0. He goes back to the fastball for strike 1. For Eric Adler, of course, with the Demon Deacons, had a great run for them, making 21 total appearances. There's a ball that's hit over towards left field. Gladney moves to his left and makes the catch for out number 2. So 3 up, 2 retired, 1 on for Eric Adler. Now faces next challenger, Cody Freeman. As mentioned before with Cody Freeman, back on October 28th, had himself a home run, so a solo bomb in the 4th inning, and now here he stands in another 4th inning with 1 runner aboard.
The one thing I'd like to see Cody Freeman do a little bit more of today is try to drive the ball to the right side of the field. Yesterday, he worked a really, really deep count late in the game in the bottom of the 8th inning. You know, it fought 6, 7 pitches, but he didn't let the ball get deep enough. He's got to think right field here.
Runner goes, pitches a ball to throw down to second. The tag is out of the glove. Looked like McLean tried to cover from a second base position, but not able to bring that down. It probably would have been too late anyway. That's a stolen base for the catcher, Price.
That's a great jump there by Price. And, you know, when the runner goes, you've got a snap throw if you're the catcher behind the plate. And if there was a little bit of mishap in the exchange, that's got to be perfect if you want to throw that ball on a dime.
Here's the 1-1. Slider that's taken low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Now think as a hitter here. 2 balls, 1 strike. You just saw an off-speed pitch with a little bit of spin on it to the outer third of the plate. You've got a runner at second base and a big hole in the right side of the infield. Push the ball the other way and score them.
2-1 offering. That one's once again taken low and away. This time, though, on a 4-seam fastball. The count is 3 balls and 1 strike. A good hitter's count here for Freeman.
Got to gear up.
Adler knows he needs a strike here. 3-1. That ball chopped over to the left side. It is a fair ball, and that ball's continuing all the way out to the left field gap. Easy jog around there for Colin Price. He works his way home, and it's an RBI double for Cody Freeman. And that cuts the lead in half for the Desert Dogs.
Well, I was thinking right field, and Freeman went left. And sometimes that's what you got to do in baseball, make an adjustment. He rolled over, but third baseman wasn't ready to go, and the opportunity was there for him to take advantage. If you're Otto Kemp at third base, you've got to be able to make every play, whether it's left, right, and there. He wasn't able to backhand and throw across the diamond. That's why plays that Manny Machado makes and all these great third basemen, Nolan Arenado, those are amazing plays.
So after the RBI double, Quincy Hamilton will look to up the ante. Tying run now in scoring position. And a 2-1 lead for the Desert Dogs over the Saguaros. However, surprise in business. A team that's currently atop the standings at 12-6 after their win over Mesa yesterday, who was in second place. When you think about it, a pretty tough week in terms of the start of the schedule. You have to match up against Mesa twice, who's the current second-place team. Then you follow that up with the current third-place team right now, and the Glendale Desert Dogs, a team that just suffered a loss against the Salt River Raptors 11-7 last night. 1-1. That off-speed pitch called strike. Here's another opportunity here for Adler to try to get out of the inning.
Well, now you got to battle up with 2 strikes, right? Runner in scoring position, tying run. What does Hamilton decide to do? But then on the other side, you've got to be prepared for every which way. Let's see what he does.
1-2 offering. That ball hit over to the right side. That's due for a base hit. Church on the run. Runner goes. Freeman headed to home plate. The throw, the tag, in time. What a snipe there from Church out in right field. And that keeps the Desert Dogs in front, 2-1. As we head to the top of the 5th inning, what a dynamic play there from the right fielder, Church. Nathan Church keeps the lead for the Desert Dogs. Right into the top of the 5th. With a 2-1 game, it's just heating up here in the Arizona Fall League. Stay with us on MLB.com.